Okay. The 2:30 concert, the last thing of NJW. It's been such a fantastic week. I hope many of you were here to hear all those arrangements and to hear the band that was sight reading them all.
Wow.
Fantastic, huh? Round of applause for our Well, while Alan Baylock was thanking everybody else, we of course need to thank him for his incredible influence and instruction and everything else. Everybody else is hanging out with this band. We have a special guest here today that wants to greet you, and this is the president of Shenandoah University, Dr. Tracy Fitzsimmons.
Welcome. We are so glad to have you here and to have had you here all week. One of our trustees just ran up to me and I said, "You're here." And she said, "This is one of my favorite concerts. I came to this last year and the year before as well." And it's because of these rising stars in music having you all here. And you live and eat and breathe music. And we are the beneficiaries. And for those of us who love music, you're the ones that sort of are the soul of our society. In these times that are tough economic times, or in political crisis, or in moments of sorrow, it's frequently the arts that help lead the way out of that. And so I want to congratulate and thank your parents and your families. Because too often in this society, we have individuals, politicians, foundations that are saying, we're not investing in the arts, we don't have money for the arts, and they're cutting it back in school systems, and they're cutting back funding. But we need that funding, because without that, we can't do the kinds of things that our K through 12 schools do, that our conservatories and schools of music do across the country, and that is really about feeding the soul of our society. So thank you for supporting your children in pursuing this incredible dream of the arts. I want to tell you, I love music as much as, probably not as much as y'all do, but I love it a lot. But there was this moment a couple years back that I got to sleep in on a Saturday morning and I could hear my husband and my little kids coming in, and I thought, oh, I bet they're bringing me breakfast in bed. That wasn't it. Instead, they showed up and they jumped on the bed with the harmonica and the trumpet and the tambourine, and they were going to play me a wake-up song. And so I got to tell you, I totally enjoyed that brass ensemble, that first one this morning. But I was thinking, it's so much nicer at 10 o'clock in the morning than it is at 6:30 in the morning. So as you go forward, keep that in mind. As well, I hope as you'll go forward that you will recognize that there were a number of current Shenandoah students and incoming Shenandoah students that were playing amongst you this week. They're extraordinary students here in the conservatory, and I hope that you'll think about it as an option. You have lots of incredible options there, and when you think about college, you should never go someplace that doesn't totally feel like the right fit for you. Not for your best friends, not for your parents, but for you. What is the right option? I hope you'll think about Shenandoah as one of those. We're all about the arts here, but we're not only about the arts. So if you were going to choose here, you'd have to know you'd be in this amazingly supportive conservatory environment, but it's a place that's also going to ask you to think beyond that, to think about the local history and culture, to get out and enjoy the Shenandoah River and be out in nature, to take something in the liberal arts, because you can't only do music, you got to do music, do your passion, and you got to think broadly about the world. And the other thing about Shenandoah is that we may be 4,000 students, but we have never lost that heart of being a family, and we think very much that we are as proud of these students as we would be of our own children, that we take care of them the way we would take care of our own children. And I think in that way you get the very best education possible. You get these national stars. You get folks like Alan Baylock or Bob Walker or Golder O'Neill or Matt Neese, etc., etc., etc. But you also get this incredible taking care of family feeling that we are right there with you along the way. I congratulate all of you, and I look forward. I can only stay for the very first part of the concert, but I can't wait to hear it. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Fitzsimmons. Okay, we're already working on technical difficulties and we haven't started yet. Golden, Let's hear it for Golder O'Neill back there. I can say that like at a lot of jazz concerts, the program is sort of an approximation. There's already a change. We're going to start with our second tune, Things Ain't What They Used to Be, instead of Little Sunflower. So that's just one quick change. Yay! That's for the last two. Okay, we ready for the first one, you guys? Here's Things Ain't What They Used to Be. Ben playing an alto saxophone solo. Levko on the trombone solo. We have Mary over here playing drums on the drum solo. Thank you. Thank you. I was telling the band today, and I told them this last year, we rehearse over in one of the Rubush classrooms. So this is the first time they've played, like just right now, on this stage. And it really sounds different up here with amplification and amplifiers that are giving us trouble. And so it's just I think a classical person would never do that. They'd go in the hall and they'd make sure they were so ready and with acoustically what it sounded like. Well, we jazz musicians can be pretty flexible, so they're doing a great job in a new setting. So with the reversed order here, we're going to do Little Sunflower. And who does this feature? This features Thomas, right? And it'll feature Braden up here on trumpet. It'll feature Wade in a solo we just sort of added. And Stephen on guitar with another solo that we just sort of added. It's fun to play around with these charts a little bit. So this is Little Sunflower. You're a great person. engineer, Wade. All right, let me see if I can do this. In the saxophones, we have Alex, who's helping us out on Barry. First name basis here. We have Stephen, Ben, Ryan, Cole, Eric, saxophones. We've got our head counselor, Brian Woodward, helping us on bass trombone. Thanks, Brian. What would we do without Brian? And we have Wade, Lefko, and Thomas. Trombone section. We've got Daniel, Braden, Emmett, Courtney, and Jacob. That's right. I knew it was a J name. Jacob. Trumpets. Mary's playing drums. We've got our piano section of Jesse's now playing. We've got Thomas. We've got Meghan back there. We've got Stephen on guitar, and our bass section is Adam and Sam. You guys both. See, Golder is also a bass player, so he's. All right, there's some great music in this world. There's the Ninth Symphony of Beethoven. There's the Mozart Requiem. There's all kinds of good stuff. But I think maybe the best piece of music ever written is The Chicken. It just has to be. It's so fun to play this tune. So we're going to do The Chicken, and we're going. I'm just going to point at people, and they're going to play a solo. They don't know when it's coming, so they need to be ready. But we've enjoyed playing for you. Here is The Chicken.
Thank you.